Our Verified team is working nonstop to bring you the truth about any viral claims that you may see on social media. Jason Puckett breaks down 3 new claims.
We're starting with a viral photo about a, quote, mandatory quarantine. It appears to be from the U.S. National Guard and says, quote, within 48 to 72 hours, the president will evoke what is called the Stafford Act to put us under a 2-week quarantine. This is false and has nothing to do with the protests going on right now. We know because we debunked this image back in April when it was shared over COVID-19 quarantine fears. Bottom line, the Stafford Act doesn't deal with mandatory quarantines. It's meant to let FEMA provide aid in new regions. But we checked again, and the National Guard said these messages were false. So claims that the president will use the Stafford Act to invoke a mandatory quarantine? False. Next are photos and videos showing pallets of bricks near protests across the country. We've seen claims from Boston, Dallas, San Francisco, and more. The claims ask if these bricks were placed here intentionally to be used to destroy property. This video from Fayetteville, North Carolina has almost 1 million views and shows a pile of bricks with cones around them. We looked and this same pile appeared in a YouTube video published May 24th, before these protests and before George Floyd died. So, Fayetteville bricks intentionally placed for protesters? False. Then there's this YouTube video claiming to show, quote, crates of bricks near a Jewish community building in Sherman Oaks, California. Well, the Shabbat of Sherman Oaks themselves debunked this, explaining that they were security barriers that they've had for almost a year, and they've removed them now to lower any concern. So this is also false. And finally, this pile of bricks in Dallas, Texas. Well, Google Street View captures from February this year show the same pile. Again, before the protests and before George Floyd's death. So any claims this pile of bricks was intentionally placed in Dallas for protesters is also false. Now, we're looking into similar claims in other cities, but so far across the board, there's no evidence to support the claims that the piles of bricks were intentionally placed near protest sites. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.